Hello everyone, today is gonna be informative video, some informational content. I would like to talk about stock music libraries in general. So I've been asked to talk a bit on this topic and to touch a bit regarding business side of this field and mostly regarding which library to upload, how to find libraries, how to upload music to these libraries, etc. So as you might know, there are plenty of libraries out there in the internet, so you can just Google search and you can find hundreds, even thousands of libraries. It depends on ranking, it depends on how old the library, and there are many that just comes up or pops up and they disappear after few months or years. And there are like giant libraries like dinosaurs that already exist many years. There are even libraries that so huge and gigantic that they buy out a few libraries that existed a long time already internet. So for example, Shutterstock just acquired Premium Beat and Pond5. So my main goal in this message to convey to you that you have to try out by yourself. You have to search, you have to reach out as many stock as you can and upload and talk with staff, talk with support, try to get accepted in any platform, any stock libraries, and try to find down the best stock libraries for yourself, because it depends, it always depends. For example, for one composer one library works well, but for another it's going to be disaster, or just he sells nothing out there. So the only thing you have to try by yourself. This is the only thing, because we all different, we have different music, we have different communication, different profiles. So always like personal, you have to reach out, you have to submit music. The reviewer can estimate and evaluate your music and decide whether you be accepted or not. This is the only way, and this is the first line I would like to discuss. And the second line is that there are many opinions and many discussions in the internet, on forums, that now stock music libraries are dead. Stock music are dead because of narrow nets and because of AI music. So they spreading, they improving the quality, they enhancing the capability to create quality music within just seconds or at least minutes. So there is opinion in internet, but still I would suggest do not listen such opinions in terms of you have to stop making music, or you have to stop making videos, or graphic designer, or some digital and electronic creation. Because of AI they can replace, they can be better improving themselves, and finally you can just use AI tools to make music, pictures, videos, graphic design, templates, etc. So you don't have to be digital content creator because of AI. So I think this is a wrong opinion. So I'm still thinking it's worth to try by yourself, especially if you're a creative person and you see in this field your self-expression. So you need this for to tell the world what you think, what you feel, and what you imagine, what you dream of. And you can use such tool as, for example, the digital audio workstation to create music and to tell other about your creativity, express yourself in this way, because we have different ways to express ourselves. But in our case as musician, we have to express ourselves through music and put your creation online and even make some profit of it. So as I was starting 12 years ago, it was around 2013, I just got involved in the music production, and maybe 2015 only I put my first item online. It was Audio Jungle. And at that time already there were some rumors or discussions that stock music market already oversaturated. So there are plenty of tracks, there are plenty of composers and authors, millions of stock music tracks. So you better find some other way to express yourself or to earn some tips or some money. So it's not worth it to start even in 2015. So, but as for my opinion in nowadays perspective, I would tell you that it's worth to try. Nobody can guarantee that you will become famous or your music pops up, become bestsellers, but at least I would say worth to try, because we're all different and have our own perspectives. So the third line, I would say, if you just decided to try, if you still would like to try with stock music, you want to invest time and your creative energy to this field of music, I would suggest better try not to be exclusive in terms of libraries. Try not to stick to one particular library and become exclusive author and just make music for this particular library. I would suggest become non-exclusive and spread your music over the internet, over the different libraries. Try to reach out as many libraries as you can. How to do this? Google search. This is the only way. I did the same. I just Google search. I also try to be participant in music forums and see the discussion about stock libraries, which works, which does not. There are a few forums, you can Google it, you can find it on internet, so this is the only way. So reach out as many stocks, talk with the reviewer, talk with the support team, show your portfolio, show your demos, and even you do not accept it in one stock music library, it doesn't matter that you won't be accepted after a few months or 1 year, since you improving your quality, since you increasing amount of your track and a variety of styles and genre you are working on, so you could be accepted in any stock libraries. You have to knock in every door all the time. Try to be stubborn and persistent. This is the only way. Yeah, I think I talked basics about this field, and I would name a few stock libraries which I was working already many years and still working with. So as far as I know, for some of them I do not accept new authors, but still someday they resume to accept authors, so you have to be ready, you have to create music, to have large portfolio. Don't be focused to create just one track and to hope that it pops up and it becomes bestseller. I would assume that everyone aspire and striving to get bestseller and become rich or become like famous, just create one or two tracks. For example, on Audio Jungle there are few authors that make this dream come true, but still this is not our goal. You have to be creative, consistent, persistent, stubborn, and create as much music as you can. Spread music in the internet. Try to reach out, even not stock libraries. Try just to distribute music, maybe give your music for free. So this is the only way your music will be listened. You find your customers or listeners, and you will get feedback. You will get some notice that maybe you better make music in this style or genre because you are better in this. Or for example, you will find some weakness in your music production, or you will find some genre that not right for you, or you better improve your skills in terms of creating music in such genres. So you better find the strong part in your music production. What are you doing the best? For example, you have like education, you play real acoustic guitar, and you start to make music that you already can make. For example, just make some folk music, or even just instrumentals, just play guitar and add some pianos or just light drums. Or for example, you're a violinist, so play violin. Even solo violin can be in demand, so you never know. Or you just a piano player, as myself, so I like to play like cinematic piano, so I record and produce many cinematic music with piano as a lead instrument. So to name a few, okay, Audio Jungle, this is the old library. So Pond 5, Motion Array, Melody Loops, Motion Elements, Jim's Time, the Music Ace, then few Chinese libraries, Add Music, 100 Audio, and We Find Music, and maybe Groovy Dan. So just to name a few, but as I told you before, you better search in the internet, and once you have a good portfolio, for example, you have like 20 or 30 good quality works, solid works, you can offer this music to any libraries just to get feedback, and I'm sure that you get accepted with some libraries, with other you don't, but still worth to try. This is lottery. Only you will know how the thing will be going just for yourself. Nobody can guarantee you anything in this music. The main thing, you have to be very creative, you have to be very flexible, and as you just started, try to focus on your strong part. For example, you play guitar, try to focus on guitar music, to create as much music with your guitar as you can, and then maybe you get bored to play around with just one particular style of music, so you better focus how to create another style. So, and once you learn how to make music in different genres and styles, it's become like very interesting process. Okay, so do your own research, upload in every library that allowing you to upload, and see the results. Only you see the difference. Nobody can guarantee that this particular library, if for example it's work for many authors, nobody guarantee that you will succeed in this particular library. So spread your music, write as many tracks as you can, improve your quality, mixing and mastering, try to be as creative as you can, and strive, aspire, and be stubborn, be persistent. This is the only way to get accepted to the libraries and get your music to be heard. So if you watch till the end, thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, so please write a comment, please share the video, or you can like or dislike. Just want to see your reaction. If this video gets some interest, I will get more informative videos together with music production videos. So thank you very much and have a great time. Bye bye.